Hey, worship leaders and musicians, can I ask you a tough question? Are you leading from a heart of excellence, or are you caught in the trap of perfectionism? Stay tuned because I'm going to tell you what the difference is between the two and why it matters. There's a fine line between excellence and perfectionism, and I've crossed it more than once. We all want to give God our best, right? But sometimes what starts as a desire for excellence quietly turns into pressure, fear of failure, or striving to impress others. When that happens, it's no longer about God, it's about control. And that mindset can steal the joy from worship. It can cause stress on your team, and it will burn you out fast. Let's talk about how to recognize the difference and walk in freedom as worship leaders. And let me say, when I refer to worship leaders, I'm also talking about worship musicians and vocalists. You are all worship leaders, including the production and tech team. I'm going to give you 3 differences between excellence and perfectionism. And I want you to be honest with yourself. As we go through these, ask the questions, am I leaning into more perfectionism and striving, or into excellence? One of the big differences between excellence and perfectionism is that excellence comes from love and perfectionism comes from fear. Excellence says, I want to honor God and serve people well. Perfectionism says, I can't mess up, or they won't approve, or they won't respect me. One flows from identity, the other flows from insecurity. Another difference between excellence and perfectionism is that excellence welcomes feedback. Perfectionism fears it. A worship leader, vocalist, or musician who longs for excellence welcomes assessment and evaluation. They're teachable. But when you're stuck in perfectionism, feedback is going to feel like a personal attack. You take offense to it. It feels like you've failed. And it's not fun. I've been there. And the last difference between excellence and perfectionism is that excellence is sustainable, but perfectionism leads to burnout. Excellence understands margin, rest, and grace, where perfectionism says there's one more thing, or you did this wrong, and there's always striving. It's never enough. An example of this would be if you come off the platform and you sang the wrong lyric or you played the wrong lead line on the guitar or the piano and you're just beating yourself up and you're so defeated about it. You might be leaning into perfectionism because excellence has grace attached to it. So you need to have grace for yourself for those times when you make a mistake, because it happens to all of us. Even when we prepare, sometimes we're going to mess up. So I want to give you 10 questions to help you discern which one you're operating in, spirit of excellence or perfectionism. You don't need to answer all of them. Maybe pick a few that really hit home, but be honest with yourself. Number 1, am I afraid to delegate because it won't be done exactly the way I'd do it? Number 2, do I feel tense or anxious before leading or playing, even though I've prepared well? Number 3, when someone offers feedback, do I feel defensive or defeated? Number 4, am I more concerned with how I looked or sounded than whether God moved? Number 5, do I overthink every small mistake long after the service is over? I have dealt with this one many times. Number 6, do I equate my value as a leader with how I played or sang? Number 7, can I enjoy leading worship and just being in His presence, even when things don't go as planned? Number 8, am I harder on myself than I would be on someone else in the same situation? Number 9, do I avoid trying new things because I'm afraid of getting it wrong? Number 10, can I celebrate progress of myself and others, or do I only focus on those things that still aren't good enough? If several of those questions hit hard for you, you are not alone. I think every single one of them I would have had to say yes to at some point in my life. But there's good news. The good news is God never called you to be perfect. He called you to be faithful. And excellence is an act of worship. Your preparation is an act of worship. But perfectionism is a weight that you were never meant to carry. So now that we know the difference between excellence and perfection, we can be more aware of how we're operating when we lead worship. If this encouraged you, hit that like button and drop a comment below on which question resonated with you the most, and make sure you check out my other videos for worship leaders and vocalists and musicians. And as always, before you leave, make sure you subscribe to this channel. And if you want free resources for worship leaders and teams, subscribe to my free newsletter at theworshiplife.com. See you in the next video.